All right. What's up, everybody? My people in Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, all the way to Staten Island, my homeborough, Brooklyn. Back out with another video, and this is going to be on the controversial statements made by the Canadian rapper Pressa. As you can see in the headline on hotnewhiphop.com, Pressa claims Americans got no culture and criticizes people calling themselves black. Listen, I've been saying that for a long time on my channel, and shout out to the brother Chronicles of Judah 144 because he's the one who I first heard. If you watch his channel, he uses the term so-called black, and he's correct because black is just a color. It's not a race. It's not a culture. It's not a language. It's not a religion. It's not a country. It's just a color. It's a color that the Americans, and of course I say Americans, I'm talking about the American Negroes, that they use because that's what, as Kwame Brown puts it, white zaddy told them to call themselves. You're black, I'm white. These guys, the Hispanics, they're all Hispanic, and the Asians are yellow, yada, yada, yada. Okay, which, as we all know, is not true. And if anybody if you talk to quote-unquote white people, they'll tell you, if you press them, they'll say, I'm German, or I'm British, or I'm Polish, I'm Irish, I'm this and that, my roots are this and that. They'll say that, Grew up here in New York, I grew up, of course, around a lot of quote-unquote Hispanics and West Indians, and of course, especially here in Brooklyn, everybody knows certain parts of Brooklyn, you got a lot of Haitians, Jamaicans, and Panamanians, of course, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, you got a couple Cubans, people from Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, so on and so forth, all over the quote-unquote West Indies, okay? And they'll always tell you, I'm this, I'm that. People from Nigeria, you got what I believe is called the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria. They call them that, Americans, when I say Americans, I'm talking about American blacks, they kind of laugh. Like, you have a quote-unquote Afro-Dominican come over to America, they'll say, I'm not black, I'm Dominican, and the Americans will, laugh at them and say, what do you mean? You black as hell. You mean, son, you black as hell. What you talking about? You blacker than the midnight train to Georgia's. Shit like that. And I'm like, bro, he's not talking about his skin. First of all, our people come in various shades of brown. That's number one. Okay, so nobody's really black, per se. But, we're talking about our culture, our lineage, our tribe, whatever term you want to put it. But anyway, let's get into this. And Pressa, if you look him up, I'm going to show you in a minute, his father was Jamaican, his mother was Filipino. The Canadian rapper is currently facing the wrath of the internet after firing off 2 tweets. Of all the artists to ruffle feathers on social media, Pressa isn't usually one of them. The Canadian rapper has kept a relatively low profile outside of his public relation with Coi Leray. And I've listened to this dude Pressa. He's nice. He's nice. But either than these two showing off their world for the masses, Pressa isn't a rapper that finds himself entangled with social media drama or backlash. That is until Thursday, November the 11th. It is unclear what prompted Pressa to set off a few tweets about black Americans, but he had a few observations that caused a firestorm online. See him there, Coi Leray, Benzino's daughter. Okay, quote Pressa. Americans got no culture. The biggest culture is hip hop. MTF don't even know what island they from. They just black like the color. Crying emoji. He tweeted. Niggas be like, I'm black. No, nigga, you built like an MTF Nigerian. Square emoji, black circle emoji. And he's correct. Hip hop. The Americans, and of course I'm talking about, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna say American blacks. The American blacks, no, they got no culture. They got no real culture, no religion, no customs, no language they speak. They don't know it. They don't know what it is. That's why they cling on to hip hop culture. They say for the culture this, the culture that. I'm like, bro, what y'all? That's just a music genre. Like, I'm Jamaican. My father's Jamaican. My mom is from the Bahamas. And I've been to Jamaica before. Now, maybe this is just me. All my other fellow Jamaicans, if you watch this video, tell me in the comment section down below. But I've never heard reggae or dancehall referred to as a culture. I've never heard that. Now, maybe it's because I grew up here in New York and not in the country Jamaica. I don't know, but I've never heard reggae referred to as a culture. That's just me. But the American blacks, because they lack culture so much, they'll grab onto any little thing. Hip hop. Air Jordans, sunflower seeds, bad credit as part of their culture. Platinum grills, all this and that. They grab it because they don't have nothing. They don't know what it is. Okay, anyway. The message may have been brief, but it packed a punch as thousands of retweets and shares on various social media platforms have elicited scathing responses. Some opted to drop history lessons of the diaspora and slave trade, while others called the rapper out for being insensitive towards black Americans who did not know their ancestry and culture prior to the Americas. Well, and listen, I know Ancestry.com is not the most reliable source in the world. It may not be the most reliable source in the world. People may not trust it, but right now it's the best you got. Or you can go in the scriptures. You can go into the scriptures and find out who you really are. But anyway, Pressa has not responded to the backlash, but you can read through a few reactions below. Also, make sure to check out our interview. Toronto legend. Pressa is making a name for himself in America. Here are a couple retweets. Non-black Americans will always show you their true colors and how they really feel about black Americans. Eventually cause black Americans not having culture is 100% incorrect. No, it's the truth. And you guys getting all sensitive about it, really is proving his point. You guys know it. You subconsciously know you have no real culture. That's why you get so tight when quote unquote blacks from other parts of the world, the West Indies and Nigeria and Cameroon and all these other places call you out on it. And you wonder why they don't like you. Unpopular opinion. Foreign black folks shouldn't say nigga. As Charlemagne the Guy and at the Breakfast Club AM. Please make this donkey of the day for his ignorance and being a culture vulture. At Miss Jackson Bad. Well, he's not. Well, he can't be a culture vulture. You guys have no culture. I mean, really. Please tell me what language you guys speak. What's your customs? Yet you are attempting to speak black American slang and make hip hop music. These niggas' brains are really fried. And yes, American blacks, of course, did invent hip hop and jazz and R&B, soul, funk. Of course, American blacks have contributed to American popular culture, but it's not a real culture. Once again, a real culture is religion, it's customs, it's tradition, it's your language, it's all that. Look at the Chinese people. Filipinos, Vietnamese, Koreans, Japanese. They're so cultured and they're so invested in their own culture. Those are real cultures. Okay, this nigga, reading another tweet. This nigga, bro, stay your ass in Canada. His whole identity done came from ADOS. This is what ADOS. This is why it's hard for me to get with the idea of the sport for black people. Outsiders steady want to be us, yet they think they're better than us. Okay, I'm done with these dumbass niggas, man. As you see right here, Quentin Armani Gardner, aka Pressa, born Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Quentin Armani Gardner was born on May 10, 1996 in Toronto, Ontario, to a Filipino mother and a Jamaican father. He was 5 weeks old when his father was sentenced to 15 years in prison for a second-degree murder, which led his mother to care for him and his older brother. He grew up in the area of known as Driftwood in the Jane and Finch neighborhood of Toronto. Okay. And that leads me to this. 12 tribes of Israel. As you can see, American, quote-unquote, blacks from the tribe of Judah. See, Benjamin, West Indian blacks, that'd be Pressa and me and other people. Where's the tribe of Benjamin? The Haitians, Levi, and so on and so forth. Okay? A lot of American blacks don't know this. They don't know this because they don't read the scriptures. Some of them don't even believe in the Most High anymore. Some of them turn against the Most High for whatever reason. Oh, that's the white man's book. Yeah, who wrote that book? And ignorant shit like that. But Pressa was right to call you out on it because it's the truth. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to get offended by that. It is what it is. But anyway, what do you think? Do you agree with Pressa? Do you disagree with him? Tell me in the comment section down below. If you like the video, click the like button, subscribe. Help a young brother go on YouTube. All right? See you all.